Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays a Finding by AFTERBIRTH Plus. This is a spectacular video here. Uh-oh. We're going for double digits. We're going to be the keeper. You know, you should be excited. Because if we win as the keeper, G3OW, P2DA, that'll mean 5 of the first 10 wins in this streak would be keeper or lost. Which is just stupid. I do have to say, I feel like the phrase Northernlion luck has changed over the past 6 months or so. That's a pretty good item, don't get me wrong. It's not amazing, but it's good enough to be a little excited about. You know, I feel like we've gone from, hell, this guy always gets the best items, my game never looks like that, to like, wow, like, I mean, just on a mathematical level. My man is getting screwed. But he, you know, 9 times so far, we've come out on the positive side. No need to fear, necessarily. For now, let's just focus on the positive. There's good and bad things about being the keeper relative to being the lost. I'll tell you, one of the good things, you might think I've lost my mind on this one. One of the good things, though, I actually feel like our damage with Scorpio has put us on par this early with the damage we had like going into the Womb 2 on the last run, which is just comical. However, we do have some problems. What's wrong with you? Stop doing that with your mouth. We do have some problems as well, you know, like we can't get free deals with the devil. On the other hand, we can pick up HP upgrades if we need to. And then, of course, the most important thing is that is useless already. Little Steven, pretty much equally useless in both situations here. So I do think we want a deal with the devil, but the most important part of getting a deal with the devil, unless we also get HP, is mostly just making it so that we can also take a deal with the angel. You know, we want to get items for free because it's the most, you know, likely path to success, I think, is the keeper. Well, to be honest, the most likely path to success as the keeper is probably shop items. But secondarily, we'd be looking at, you know, angel deals or alternatively just boss and item room items. Like, I feel like if you can get like Polyphemus, you know, any kind of piercing shot, homing shots, etc., they can really come together. So, I mean, you don't need me to tell you this. The Little Haunt is not quite good enough. Monstrous Tooth is not quite good enough. And we're saving money just in case we can go to the shop later. But, you know, this is more important. And right off the bat, that's... I don't know how much this is going to buy us, but it's a lot. You know, that's an extremely huge get for us. Why would you ever take that path? and yet it totally worked. So, you know, Magic Mush does gives us a good thing. We got a good thing going as a result of Magic Mush. The damage is extremely helpful. I think we could start to be a little bit more optimistic here. There's maybe a case you could make, like, hey, NL, wouldn't it have been better if you had waited on Magic Mush until you saw if you had to deal with the devil that took 1 heart? Maybe. I mean, you know I'm enlightened, you know? In the true galaxy brain sense of the word, i.e. not actually enlightened at all, but just refusing to pick a side. You know, everything is an it depends sort of answer, you know? Would you rather have sushi or pizza tonight? Well, it depends, you know? Is it bad sushi? Is it bad pizza? Is it great sushi and bad pizza? Show me the spectrum of the blah blahs. What's the drive to each restaurant? You get the idea. Who's working the kitchen tonight at Maurizio's? I don't know the answer to any of those questions. That's why it makes it very hard to choose what to eat for dinner with me. Because if you actually want my input, I'm going to start to become very, very anal for no reason whatsoever. Just tell me. We'll eat whatever you want to eat. This is not the key room. Last run, I gotta say, I felt real strong, you know? I thought we did a very, very good job holding things together. It was a long run, it was a marathon, and yet we figured it out. A little bit more money wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Squeezy for a tiers upgrade after getting Magic Mush. It's very helpful. Obviously, we just can't take Brimstone. So what do you do here? I think you just leave. I don't think you take Book of Sin, but I do think you look at this shop again and see what we got here. It would be nice to build something. I mean, there's basically nothing you can complain about right now. This is a very, very strong start to a run. Of course, if we could get Small Rock, it'd be nice, but not really willing to buy a bomb in the hopes that it's gonna get us Small Rock. It could just get us a bunch of flies. So for 15 cents, what do you got? Okay, you know, I am willing to try this. It could come back to bite us. This isn't necessarily bad. I did not mean to buy the pill. That's a bummer. Just trying to see, maybe we can get a 7-cent item. I'll buy a 3-cent card and bounce. I think that's where we stand. I was hoping we get Steam. I screwed it up by buying the pill, but you don't take the pill. It's too risky. So get me out of this floor right on time. High Priestess is very good. Very, you know, nice assortment of items so far, and no reason to believe that we're screwed. But no Nun's Habit, no Fanny Pack, no Piggy Bank, no Swallowed Penny. You know, we're missing the items that are kind of like the most easy to win with. But still, it's still very good. And I don't know, I think I'm pro Curse of the Labyrinth. Because it does, it minimizes the amount of rooms we're gonna go to in total. Probably. This could be 9 lives, dude. It's not, but I would have taken it. And we bleed off 2 floors of Deal with the Devil penalty at once. So I think that's, you know, technically we are taking 2 floors of chance as is, but I'll still tell you that I think in aggregate I like the advantages we get here. Sorry, I keep scratching my nose because I mean, you can't see it on camera, but you might be able to hear it. The cat hair is just out of control. I was gonna say we need to like you know, genetically engineer a species of cat that doesn't shed, and then I realized we already have one. Hairless cats. A lot of people think they're weird. I don't think they're weird. It's bald solidarity. It's just hair, brother. Who cares? He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Ooh, yep. I knew things were gonna get spotty there. I'm happy we made it out. Okay. So the most important, I mean, we're not really worried about the 33% deal with the devil chance. It is what it is. You know, we still have a 9% deal with the devil chance, 4.5% deal with the angel chance if you want to split it up. So 4.5 devil, 4.5 angel, 91% nothing. But we really only want to deal with the angel in all likelihood. Small rock, please. Still a return on investment, but this is one, and you know, it's good maybe that I'm anecdote bereft right now. Because we gotta start, playing some Tactical Isaac. I don't mind finding the boss fight this early, but there is a certain degree of fear in having not seen our item rooms yet, but we know where the item rooms must be around. Honestly, I just think Gertie Jr. doesn't get hit reliably by High Priestess, so I'm just gonna slow my roll and we'll use it on whoever the next boss is. Speed up is okay. Trying to kill all of the little chubs first. There we go. Dude, we could have an amazing shop too. Okay, I don't think Marrow... I mean, I think it does nothing for us except give us those flies. That's life, you know. As the keeper, you can't expect every item to come to bat for you. I do know what the other thing with Marrow, right, is like when you lose your bone heart, marrow gives you a permanent tears upgrade. So I think if that's the only other thing that's, you know, in play here, obviously we're not expecting to glean too much value out of this. Good dodges. There's gotta be a blessed corridor around here. That's like one room adjacent to 2 item rooms in a shop. But everything's, you know, still fine. Come on. There's our shop, at least. Everything's still completely hunky-dory right now. The only problem is... what are we gonna see in here? Dude, okay, I mean, it's great stuff. Sackhead is extremely good. And, excuse me, sir? Champion Belt is a damage upgrade. And the negative to Champion Belt rarely manifests itself as an actual negative. There's our 2 item rooms. So this is like the inverted version of our previous run. I don't know how much Virgo's gonna help. Unicorn Stump might be doable, but it's not Unicorn Stump, that's Unicorn Horn. So we're gonna get the heck out of town. I feel like, you know, our last run was, no offense, all defense. This run is limited defense, all offense. And I prefer it this way. That being said, it doesn't take much for it to go wrong, you know? We're still like one bad room. We're toasted. So we'd like to minimize the toasted factor. If I could create a little bit of a buffer zone, that would be for the best. I think Virgo might help because, like, if we get hit once, we could get invincibility, which would allow us to get to a coin. But that still requires the coin to actually drop. I don't need to get into the, you know, the processes and the game theory. First off, I don't know it any better than you do. Secondly, you know, we both know it. Whoa. I will say this, you know, we might reach a certain level of safety, or at least comfort. Pour votre confort et sécurité. That's quote attribution Air Canada. Bienvenue d'abord Air Canada. Pour votre safety et sécurité. Please listen to the announcement. I don't remember. That's the only French I really have, I still understand. Whoa, what are you doing? Why would you walk on the spikes? I thought when I stepped on the button, the spikes would no longer... No, dude. Okay, what do? You gotta rush the coin as soon as possible. You can't get in there anymore. Take a deep breath. I've done this to myself. Take a deep breath and get ready. You know what? Why not? I feel a lot better. But what I was about to say, that such a bad bit of damage, I'll admit. I was just on autopilot, but you know, the buttons in the game also don't behave consistently. You gotta memorize each individual room. But what I was gonna say is, you know, we need to maximize our devil chance this floor so we can maximize our angel chance. And we screwed it up. We got about 1 in 5 chance of a deal with the angel right now. It's not terrible. 1 in 5 chance for a deal with the devil. That could also still be good if we can get like 9 lives and an HP upgrade, for example. Mostly I'm just stoked we took ourselves out of the truly vulnerable zone where we were 1 hit away from despair. So that's really, really nice. I gotta tell you, you know, shop momentum is very important. Like financially, if we could keep getting like an item per floor, helps out a great deal. We're not there yet. Still need to find like Nun's Habit, for example, of course, would be very good. Actually, Pyromaniac gives us another path to victory. We can now use bombs to heal ourselves. I would say this is like an A- tier item for us right now. It actually does make a pretty big difference. It's not in the A+ tier, but it's up there. You know, especially if we can get more bombs, or if we can get, like... At this point, we can definitely dump Shop Key and pick up, like, you know, if we can get Burnt Penny, for example, we're feeling real nice. It's not an XL floor. I mean, I don't want it to sound like we're triumphing over adversity right now. The Yikes. The adversity on this run is just the keeper's base parameters. Everything else is going great, you know? Like, we got a great assortment of items, and in particular, our offense is just, like, disgustingly great. Should have remembered to possibly blow ourselves up with a bomb, because we have Pyromaniac, but it's okay. The curse got me. Just as funny the 750th time as it was the first time. Honestly, I think we're better off getting the bombs. 5 bombs at 3 cents a pop. That's a bulk order. I can get down with that. It's got to be worth it on my end. Otherwise, no freaking deal. Single adversary. No worries, brother. And this is a great... I want one of 2 things to happen. Super beat the odds. You know, roll that natty 6, more or less, and get the deal with the angel, or no deal. 2 of the same pill are takeable, but you know, not really. They're more likely to be able to be taken, but you still don't want to have like, hey, I got 2 pills, so they'll cancel each other out if they're bad. Oh, never mind. They're both speed downs, you know? Let me out, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Not a surprise. And that'll compromise our deal ability as well, but I'm largely unperturbed. This would be a huge floor, though, for us to get one of the clutch items. That's, if I could get one of the clutch items, I'll call it. CBC is predicting the streak will continue. You see the speed of that shot? Forget the shape of my heart. Speed of my shot. It's a little Backstreet Boys reference. I think is Backstreet with Shape of My Heart? I can't remember. What's NSYNC's ballad? Tearing Up My Heart. Not really a ballad at all, in hindsight. We've done it. But yeah, Nun's Habit. Swallowed Penny we can't really finesse, but, you know. Really, Nun's Habit, Fanny Pack, Piggy Bank are the big ones for us. I would also settle for, and this, I mean, you know, you're settling for an incredible bit of luck here, if you want to call this settling. But, hey, why would you do that? We got healed through our invincibility. That's incredible, dude. I'd settle for Pyro as well, is what I was going to say. Okay, so we're going to take Joker, for sure. No Krampus? Not Krampus? Bad deal, though. Not a good deal. That's alright. You just, you know, that's life, dude. Excuse me, sir. Good play. Oh. But you can see, it's getting a little spooky. This is not a, you know, this ain't your granddad's keeper run. We got great damage. And we got a real bit of fear in our hearts. I will give you a little money at least. I have faith that we can get more. But I'd love not to get an HP upgrade, but instead some mapping. Even though we have a curse right here, that can change. Come on, this is pretty important, but I'm sunk now. Yo! Okay. It's worth something. Realistically, because we got that, we're not going to be able to go to the shop. So I do think we're kind of just moving on. Most important thing is HP management. Don't get hit. If you get hit, put yourself in a position to get a bomb back as soon as possible. Everything is going totally okay here. Very good fight, and you know what? We're stoked to not have gotten a deal with the devil. That way we can get a deal with an angel on the next floor. Let's do it. Curse of the Labyrinth. Okay, if we're looking at our map, I would predict with like 75% confidence. Help. Just waiting for the poop to dissipate. There we go. I would predict with like 75% confidence that this is the way. Now, this is cowardice, but it's also, that's a pretty nasty room. So, to spend one of our bombs to get out of there does not bother me. Plus, it does preserve, you know, I mean, we weren't hit. We could have been hit and gotten HP back on that room, but this preserves our deal with the devil / angel chance. I'll still take a deal with the devil, it's just gotta be like 9 lives. Okay, this is not where the boss is. So as a result, I think we go back, because I don't believe the boss can actually be in any of these locations then. So instead, I'm gonna, I mean, I think it's gotta be far right now. Unless it's up here. No, okay. That, I mean, low risk with this room, but still. Dude, the poison is one of those unique situations where poison is not really that good. However, the fact that it's allowing us with our current level of damage to hit enemies once and then have them just die, that's working out amazingly for us. So it's just in that sweet spot where it really is turning enemies that would have taken 2 hits into enemies that are taking 1 hit. So I'm very thankful for that. And I'm telling you, it's going pretty well. We just could really... This is not the right way either? Come on. The dream scenario is when we beat our boss, we get a nice damage increase. If we don't get a damage increase, and we don't get a good deal, like a takeable deal, then things become a little touchy. But, you know, we are moving on to the Cathedral immediately after this. It's really the antithesis of our previous run. This run is going to be over in, you know, 32 minutes, whether we win or lose. Much more, you know, convenient for my workflow. I really appreciate it. Got him? Got him. Yo, what's the rune? The Gaz. The strength card, oh, okay, I didn't expect it to be here. Wait, so it's gonna be Mr. Fred, I guess. I don't expect, to use the strength rune, or card, rather, but it does have a use. It has a, you know, it has a use case. If we get a deal with the devil with a good 1 heart deal, keep in mind this is our last deal with the devil, for certain. So if we get a deal with the devil, for 1 heart, we can take it. And still, well, actually now that I think about it, could we? I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking this one through properly. Either way, I wouldn't sweat it just yet. We still have to beat, It Lives without taking any damage. Probably not doing good things for my viewers' anxiety by waiting so long to use wooden nickel. You gotta be done. Polydactyl. It's not really what you're looking for. But, you know, there's always a chance you could give me something half decent here. Sure, actually good. Not great. But good enough, like... We could actually use that luck. I don't know if it impacts wooden nickel, but, you know, finally, we're probably at a level where we're gonna get more consumables dropped from rooms at this point, so... Okay, so now our attention in terms of like improving this run turns to the chest. What we would love to see at this point is really like Judas's Shadow. Any form of respawn is worthwhile. But, you know, Judas's Shadow is probably the best. Hey, but I'm not picky, you know? I like that if we don't kill the things, we never have to deal with the beams. That was pretty sweet. And we did get a deal with the Angel, finally. And the deal with the Angel is not very good. I think we want Guardian Angel. It's not bad, but it's definitely not a game winner. But either way, to make it to the Cathedral, you know it's got to be right here. To make it to the Cathedral on a keeper run is already it's a symbolic victory. We can now fly. That's very helpful. You know, it's a good preview for the rest of the run here. We have pretty much the same damage we've had since like the 3rd or 4th floor. I'm not complaining because it's pretty good, but it would be also a very opportune situation for us to, you know, just throwing out there that as long as if you're buying or if you're selling, I would love to purchase a damage upgrade of any level of reputation. Not picky. Not picky. Just eager. I'm a motivated buyer right now. Okay, so we have found our exit strategy. Remember, still plenty of bombs. Still plenty of bombs. You don't need to use them as long as you got a coin sitting around. You know, we're a lot like the Chicago Blackhawks defense in the early 2000s. We'll be okay as long as we have a coin. That's a little bit of a deep cut. You guys remember Adrian Aucoin? He's for a brief period, one of the NHL's maybe like top 20 defensemen. And when I say brief period, I mean like, you know, 2 seasons. But still, there's more than I got going for me. Now that we have no coin, and no hope, no jobs, and no cash, gotta be a little bit more cautious, but it's a bad sign. When Isaac lives like this, it's a bad sign, but that's okay. You can I think the strength card will count as gaining HP as well. So if we get hit and we have no means to get back, you just pop the strength card. The world's your burrito. You got a chance to eat it if you're not too full. So we are going to make it to the chest. That's becoming increasingly clear. And, you know, 4 items on the chest could make no difference, or it could make all the difference in the world, brother. So take me down. Let's see. Haven't picked up a lot of value recently. Work with me, please. Good. Not good, but okay. Not good. Very extremely good. Okay. Well, it's only 1 damage up because we already had a multiplier, but still. I think we do want all. Punching bag is, you know, sometimes you say to yourself, maybe we don't want to take it, but I think it's a little galaxy brain. I think it works pretty nicely. Best item there, I mean, Cricket's Head, if we don't already have a damage multiplier. Cricket's Head's still quite good. You know, it's a 10% damage boost. It'll help us out against all these HP bar enemies. But Rotten Baby is going to be a huge get for us. So you expect the boss to be down this way. Don't forget to use wooden nickel. I'm not letting myself get too excited, but I do want to say, if we win this run, does this rank as like one of the hardest fought 10 streaks we've ever had. 2 keeper, 3 lost on random. I mean, there's like 11 characters in the game, and we randomed the 2 hardest characters 50% of the time. That's pretty nasty. Like, that's the kind of thing where you start to wonder if the RNG is really RNG. Now, I think it is, and we just, you know, play enough that we're more prone to see situations that make you question it, but I don't know, dude. It does fit in with the kind of, you know, malevolent narrative of like, hey, let's hurt the player, which is probably not actually what's happening, but sometimes it does feel that way. We've done it. Very blessed to have not encountered many of the cursed rooms so far. Double adversary in particular. Still could. Still could. Now cannot. Extremely good strength card usage. Should have not found yourself in that situation to begin with, but you use the strength card to bail out. Wise. Very wise decision. And we still got the chariot. Wow. And we got a coin. What? Did you see that shot? Okay, so don't be a dummy here. That, I would describe that as being a dummy. But you got back. I hate the homing shots, dude. That's my thing right now. Want to maintain equal distance from the forked homing shots. Really appreciate Punching Bag here. You're helping me out. You should listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool guy. He just wants what's best for you. It's looking increasingly likely we're going to do it. Thank you, Pyromaniac. Thank you, Magic Mush, Rodden Baby, Champion Belt, Sackboy. Thank you, one and all. All items that have led us to this fate. And if we can do it without even using invincibility, it's a weird flex, but okay. It has been done. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya!